Okay guys, we're back and we're trying to do a test at NovaBench to see if this little thing here, which is a ReadyBoost SD card, will make a difference in the overall score on a NovaBench test. Let's find out. This of course is the X120E ThinkPad with a single core processor. So if any system needs a boost, this is one that would definitely need it. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't know what's running, but mostly I think it should be good. All right, let's see what happens. We are ready boosting. Or are we? Let's see what kind of a score we get with this. This is with the ReadyBoost installed. And then what I'll do is I'll pause the video, come back, and we will run this test again, but without the ReadyBoost assistance of this thing here. We'll see what happens. This is kind of science in the practical terms of running tests on hardware that actually you're not relying on some outside source like Consumer Reports or somebody else out there, some maybe even sketchier characters out there on the internet who take sponsorship. Now this is impressive. This little Radeon's running like super hot, super good. It's got like the worst processor, single core processor, but the actual graphics are great. So let's take a look at what we end up with here in the end. In the end, it's a 202, but look at those graphics, 156 frames. Like, you know, this is so typical of AMD. They put out a processor that gets 67, you know, next to like Intel processors that are in the 200 and 300 score, and then they put out freaking graphics that are incredibly good. Anywho, so 202, that's the first test, and we'll come back with the next. Okay guys, coming right back at you. I've removed the ReadyBoost. Let's run this test again and let's see how if we actually see any kind of improvement. And here we go. Science. Blinded me with science. You hit me with technology. All right, it's plugging along here, doing its thing. Are we going to see any significant difference between these two scores? Let's find out. Okay, sorry for the sound effects, but I'm just bored waiting here. Come on, complete. Let's get a move on. All right, it's doing its thing here. This will be really interesting because I've never really used ReadyBoost beyond a little bit. I did actually at one point use it for a system back in the Vista era that didn't have enough RAM. So we ReadyBoosted it way back in the day. And then of course, you know, I switched it over to XP because Vista was such a dog. Oh, yeah, so a little bit of improvement. That's interesting. So yeah, I guess ReadyBoost does help a tiny little bit. We'll save this too. We're gonna call it WO. We're just gonna save this if I can ever do this with like one hand and holding gotta love holding a camera while you do all this stuff. Okay, so let's open the other score. I saved it. Open results. Let's open up with ReadyBoost. Okay, let's compare. I know it was in the 200s, so. Okay, with ReadyBoost, 202, 80. Okay, let's see where it's increasing the value here. So it's increasing the RAM slightly, 66. CPU, let's see what we got out of the CPU. 67 and 66, so slight improvement on the CPU. Graphics, let's take a look at the graphics. Oh yeah, that's where it helped. The graphics, 156, this one without the ReadyBoost, 146, so it really helped the graphics. That's interesting. And the score for the hardware, 6, 8. So yeah, so it helped in various areas really. A little bit on the RAM side, a little bit on the, a little bit across the board. So does ReadyBoost, does putting something like this into your, into your SD card slot on an old system like this help? Yeah, slightly. Doesn't like double the score, doesn't make a huge difference. You could probably do without it if you didn't want this thing protruding. But yeah, I don't know. I'll take the improvement even if it's small. Yeah. I'm pushing it up to 202. That's it, guys. That's gonna be my video. I'm trying to keep them under 8 minutes, and this is gonna be half of 8 minutes, looks like. But just wanted to complete this whole thing because, yeah, this is something I wanted to sort out and see if ReadyBoost really helps. And apparently it doesn't really improve it a whole lot. So there you go, guys. I'll see you in the next video.